We all know how important sleep is, but that's not even half the story. Scientists are still discovering new things about the science of sleep, from all the weird side effects of sleep deprivation to genetics controlling how much sleep you need every night. Our brains go on a journey every time we sleep. Welcome to Facts for Days. In today's video, we are taking a deeper look at the fascinating science of sleep and how it can affect our well-being. Every night, as we struggle to fall asleep, we enter a state of unconsciousness and become paralyzed. Some of us keep tossing and turning in our beds, while some of us dream that we can fly. Only a few decades ago, we started to think about the science of sleep. Before this, philosophers like Aristotle looked at sleep as just another thing we would do. And why? But in recent years, scientists has begun using imaging machines to see what our brains are up to when we sleep. This turned sleep from a sort of philosophy to another branch of science. Now that we are surrounded by screens and lights everywhere, sleep has changed a lot. Research shows us that an average human sleeps less than 2 hours every day as compared to a century ago. This is because of the invention of electricity and how today's world thinks of sleep as a waste of time. The working class argues that we should be getting more work done instead of sleeping, whereas the younger generation likes to spend that time on our devices. Considering the fact that we spend a third of our lifetime sleeping, it's time we learn something new. Here are some fascinating facts about sleep. We still don't know why we sleep. We all know how important sleep is for our health, but the truth is that scientists still don't know why we sleep. If you look at it from an evolutionary point of view, sleeping makes no sense. All humans spend a third of their lives asleep, and that makes them quite vulnerable to danger, not doing anything and being unable to hunt or look for food. So why did sleep stay with us for centuries? This means that it must have a purpose, and people have different explanations for it. Some think that sleep has been able to keep us safe because we can hide and stay still for a long time. This could explain why sleep has become an integral part of us during the evolution. However, we do know for a fact that sleep helps us save energy and build immunity. We have also seen the side effects of getting less sleep, so it's good that we still feel the need to sleep. 15% of us sleepwalk. The human population struggles with many sleep disorders, but one of the most common ones is sleepwalking. It might sound unusual because we all look at sleep as a time when we are unconscious and unable to do any physical activity. But 15% of the population suffers from sleepwalking. This refers to when a person ends up walking around the house or even going out while asleep. Sleepwalkers have no memory or idea that they are walking around, and to the outsider, it's impossible to tell if the person is actually asleep. However, science says it's completely okay for you to wake up someone who is sleepwalking. You can take necessary measures to prevent sleepwalking because it can put you at risk of hurting yourself. Black and white dreams. People have been trying to figure out the meaning behind dreams and find an explanation behind them. Yet, we are still no way close to finding out how significant our dreams are. Some psychologists believe that our subconsciousness tries to communicate to us through our dreams. This explains why many of us suffer from nightmares or dreams about people from the past. There are many cool facts about dreams, such as the fact that we only see people that we met before, or that dreams usually last anywhere up to 30 to 40 seconds, even though we feel like we dreamt for hours. But the most surprising thing about dreams is that some people dream in black and white. About 12% of humans have black and white dreams, but this number was way higher before color television was invented. Before this technology, 72% of the population used to have black and white dreams. Have you ever had one? Let us know in the comments. No one sleeps throughout the night. When you fall asleep and wake up the next morning, you likely have no memory of the night and remember only bits of your dreams. This makes it seem like you were in a deep state of unconsciousness the entire night, but that's not the case. Studies have shown that no one sleeps throughout the entire night. Almost all humans end up waking up in the middle of the night, but our brains goes through the different stages of sleep, so we never really remember it. This can happen due to a number of reasons, whether you had a nightmare, felt too hot, or simply shifted to another stage of sleep. This is a brief moment of awakening. We usually end up changing our positions and falling right back to sleep. You can't make up for lost sleep. We all experience getting less sleep during the weekdays and trying to make up for it on the weekends. But have you ever wondered why you still feel tired after getting more than enough sleep? This is because our brains are habitual and prefer getting enough sleep every single night. You can't pull off an all-nighter and expect to feel refreshed by getting double amount of sleep the next day. Trying to make up for the loss of sleep only works on the surface, and you might not be under the illusion that you got enough rest. The only real solution to your sleep deprivation is by sticking to a healthy routine and going to sleep on time. Do animals dream? For the longest time, scientists had no clue if animals could dream. But as it turns out, all mammals have the ability to dream. There have been many studies to monitor brain activity while animals sleep to see if they dream like us. Unfortunately, animals do not only dream, but have nightmares just like us. There has been a lot of research that shows many mammals and primates can have traumatic dreams that will leave them rattled. However, we still can't determine the behavioral effect of dreams in animals, and do not know what it's like for an animal to dream. So, although we might be quite similar to mammals, only humans are capable of delaying sleep. All other animals can fall asleep whenever their body feels the need, but we are able to stay awake. Genetics determine your need for sleep. There is a common misconception, and it has gained more popularity because of today's culture. Many people seem to believe that we can train our bodies to survive on less sleep. Parents with newborns struggle with getting the right amount of sleep and end up getting used to only sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night. However, if you have been trying to get used to functioning on less sleep and failing, you are not alone. Scientists say that our genetics determine how much sleep we need every night. This explains why you meet some people who act fine after only getting a couple of hours of sleep. On the other hand, some of us can barely get through the day if we didn't get 8 hours of sleep. The research found out that people who need less sleep have a genetic mutation that makes this possible.